Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rising Legends and Chapter 2. I, of course, am your times with beloved Overlord, Murder God Extraordinary, DLBot 2016, with man joined by the Flamboyant Flyer, your Flutter Guy 98, who was a little bit late, but made just in time.
Yeah. Coin! Mao Jiste.
Our Spirit King Hiiro.
Only so much I could do about last time.
Yeah, things were a little scaly last time. Oh, wait, too soon.
Oh, don't even start with me, you son of a bitch.
The Crimson Fire, the Curious Crimson.
I am the night. I am the aftermath of a Taco Bell Tuesday.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
I am Curious Crimson. And I've had coffee. Hey!
And lastly, we have our Goblin Slaying Goblin Sentaifan. Sentai.
Oh.
There you are. Anyway. And of course, we're led by our DM Markus, who I'm pretty sure has some things to say about one of our members. Real quick, really.
We'll talk about that in a minute. I'll introduce, because in this corner, builder of worlds, spinner of fate, creator of 1,000 adventures, and caller of failed death saves. I'm your dungeon master.
Nice.
And real quick, Flutter, just want to remind you that we understand that if there are things out of your control where you cannot be here, but I would ask that you very, very, very much please let us know ahead of time if there's a chance you're going to be late, so we're not just wondering where you're at. Please and thank you.
Understood.
All right, thank you. All right, let's jump in. Because as we left the sad party,
Yikes.
we were in Blasendale, outside Blasendale, outside of the Stone Tooth, where you had brought the body of Flair, your fallen comrade. Hoping that there would be someone in this small town that might be able to do a resurrection and willing to pay what you needed to help your fallen party member, but alas, it was not to be. And Flair passed on. Shortly after you brought him back to town and discovered that you were not going to be able to save him. As one would do, you're getting him prepped for a proper send-off. I would say, as a dragonborn of his type, probably funeral pyre would be the way that would probably play out. But before you did, you will have access. You will have all of his things. What happens with those is something to decide. But one thing you do find in a small pouch tucked in his one of his belt pouches is this.
Hmm?
Does everyone see that?
I see it.
Would you like me to read that aloud for the
yes,
folks in the thing?
Yeah.
All right. What this reads is, in the event of my untimely death, it is my wish for someone to seek out a man who goes by the name of Crest. He will most likely be found in the grove of the Evergreen outside of the town of Shadowfen. I hereby bequeath all of my personal possessions to this man with the hopes that he takes up my mantle against the dark forces that dwell in this world and beyond. Friends, do not mourn me. I have lived well and fought for what I believed in. That's the best any of us can do. And it is signed, Flair. So that is where you're at. I would say that the Baron, knowing he sent you in there, would pay for the funeral expenses to take care of that, and that he could arrange for the next evening for the services to take place.
Right.
question for the party outside of game. Do you wish to role play any of that, or do we wish to just go ahead and say it happened, you've got his things, and we're done? If you want to role play the funeral, we can do that, but it's up to you guys.
Well, if we're role playing the funeral, Nix is in the corner going, yeah, fucking dancing in the corner on the fire.
So I'll take that as a no. No, because no one wants to hear that.
No, no one wants to have to. No one wants to have to.
Okay, so you have the will, you have Flair's stuff. What do you like to do?
We have the will. We have a way.
We are staying the fuck away from that mountain. That mountain is bad, Juju.
Well, obviously, we first need to find this Crest guy.
Okay. Let me see. How about does anyone have like cartography skills or anything like that?
Let me check my character sheet.
As a skill set.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Neither do I now.
Okay. You could ask people. The town that they're referring to is called Shadowfen.
Yep.
Right.
All right, then let's ask around.
Okay. You can just gonna grab someone off the street. Go, hey, we're Shadowfen. Are you gonna like? There is town watch in the town. You could go into a business. There's obviously the tavern, blacksmith. There's other places there.
The tavern seems like it would be the best place for people. Oh no,
Okay.
I think that's side of town. So let's go there.
All right. So you go in the tavern, and you know there's people milling around. The barkeep looks up and notices you coming in, kind of gives you a nod, and because he's seen you a few times, and begins to put out a platter of drinks and beckons you over.
Oh. Remember, right now, I have no narrative control where you're going to what you guys do.
I say we go over and we ask about this town.
Okay, as you approach, he pushes he pushes 5 pints of ale over to you, and on the slides on the bar and says, "This one's on the house for your fallen comrade," because everyone knows the funeral happened tonight. And he goes, "This first round is on me."
Your sincerity is appreciated, and we would like some information about a location that was mentioned in his will.
Oh, okay. I might know. What location are you referring to?
Shadowfen.
I was going to say, hey, am I the only one who's going to be talking here? Seriously.
I heard Shadowfen. I heard Shadowfen. Yeah, it's actually not that far. If you were to maybe book a wagon, it would be about a 3 days ride. It's north of here, not too far. It's a main road, and it kind of branches off. But I mean, I'm sure if you went by the stables, they do rent out wagons, and if none of you are comfortable driving a wagon of horses, then you can actually hire someone to take you there.
This seems like our best bet.
That it does.
Okay,
Just
well,
don't make me drive.
all right. Well, it's late in the evening. You guys could head over, have your drinks, head over to the Baron has got you set up in some rooms for the night if you need them. And you get out to the stables in the morning. So that's unless anyone wants to do anything in the evening other than that, we'll.
Is the blacksmith still open?
Yeah, it's not. It's just getting late. It's like dusk. He's still working.
All right, I'm gonna head over to the
Okay.
blacksmith.
And you start walking up. Blacksmith is working as you approach.
Excuse me.
Yes, little one. What can I help you with?
I'd like to have this sword upgraded.
He looks at your sword. He says, "Let me see that thing." Ooh. He goes, "This is a fine sword, and to make this sword any better is, I hate to say it, it's beyond my skill. This appears to have a little more, I don't know. It looks almost like it could be magical, if I'm not mistaken."
Magic.
To a magic then.
Yeah, or at least a blacksmith that has that is in league with someone who could enchant this beyond what it already is. Because let me warn you though, if enchanting an already magical sword to make it more powerful is an expensive endeavor. So I hope you have deep pockets in those little pants, my friend.
You check on my skull like that.
You probably don't have enough.
Most likely,
Yeah,
yeah.
look, you're not even close.
No. Even I do that.
You guys blew through a lot of gold to upgrade your weapons and buy stuff at the in Oaken and yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
all right, so but to the stables the next morning then. If you go to the stables, they definitely can rent you. Does anyone have any proficiency in land vehicles?
Nope.
Let me see here.
It would.
What would it be under?
It would be if you look under your tools and proficiencies, custom skills, things like that. It would be there.
No, I don't.
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so you have a driver. They will rent you a cart with wagons. If you're going to have it for it'll only cost you 5 gold pieces a day, but they will charge you a 100 gold deposit that you'll get back when you bring the wagon back. I'm sorry. So it'll be it's 5 gold a day. So it will end up being if you do a quick turnaround, it would be 30 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now it's basically 130 gold overall for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you guys can decide who's putting in what.
I'll pitch
Beats.
in.
Okay,
You
but
can split the cost. Like you can make it that it's not 130 gold.
Yeah.
how much gold did Flair have on him?
I think it was like 150 or 150 or something like that.
So
I mean, from Flair's original gold, I can pitch in like 50 of it if that's
okay.
needed. Pitch in like basically half the cost there before it's that.
All right. So you guys are getting your gold together and getting ready, and fortunately, as you're about to start, getting your stuff together, one of the Baron's men is walking through town and sees you guys over there and walks up and notices what's going on and says, "No, these men have been working under the Baron." He goes, "Right now, it's more important to us for them to get back to the Baron's task at hand. How much is the fare? And he tells him, and he pulls out a coin pouch. He pays the full thing.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay.
And he kind of smiles at you guys for a second, and then his face goes straight, and he says, "But we do expect you back and to continue the task to which you were set."
We have no intention of abandoning this task, but right now, our main priority is attending to the will of our fallen comrade.
Very well. Understand
Also,
the Baron's favor is quite pleasant, but his wrath is equally unpleasant. So
we will be back shortly.
Safe travels.
And as the old saying goes, we make for Helm's Deep.
So we are not going to bother with this is travel montage down on the road. Some whatever cool travel music. Something we there's so let's see.
Give me one moment.
Here you go. So this is the
What are you up to?
so there you go. That's your you can play that. That's imagine that, and you're all in the thing and the goblin's driving it.
Oh no.
And
Nobody told me. Nobody told me the goblin was driving.
uh-huh.
Everybody told you the goblin was driving.
So
oh my god! I want to make it even better. It's the goblin who's singing.
Yeah.
moving right along. All right, so it's fairly easy. There are signposts and stuff that get you knowing the direction that gets you to Shadowfen, and you do well, just time wise, we'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit too. You do ask around in the town about this grove that you were told about, the grove of the Evergreen. Someone says, "Oh, the Grove of the Evergreen. It's people don't go there much, but we know how important it is, so we tend to stay away. It's we understand the importance of it as a protection against evil. So, and they give you directions to get to there, and it is they say you're gonna need to leave your wagon. It's the path there is not ready for vehicles by any means. So are you guys going to be walking this place?
So,
okay.
A little exercise never hurt anybody.
Not far. It's maybe an hour and a half, and as you trek away from town, and the forest does get denser. You do find a very clear path, and that was described to you, and that ends you up. One moment, we're about to change maps. So, and once we get there, you can let me know whether or not you can activate your sheets and move your sheets and stuff. And there should not be any fog of war at this point because it is daylight and you are outside.
Yeah.
Ah!
And you guys will be at the bottom of the map.
I see it.
Most of you will be.
Yeah, most.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can move my token now. Good.
So can I.
Yeah. There we go.
Everybody's good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So up a slight rise. If you'll look, it probably slopes up from the end of this path that you're going to about maybe only like 5 or 10 feet, and then about 10 feet high are these the natural rock formation that kind of forms the circle of the grove. High mountains or cliffs, I guess, hills rise up to the north. You do see, even from this distance, obelisks that stand amidst the grove, 4 of them that are smaller with glowing sigils on them. and one larger one towards the back of the grove that is actually kind of obscured by this tree that's there. That is a full tree, by the way. It is just obscured because it would be covering the map.
It's dangerous to go alone.
So, that's where you're at.
Oh, that tree's big enough to hide inside. What's this, Digimon?
Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway,
So I'm gonna...
this seems like...
Yes,
like
I'm
the
gonna
proper
lead the party.
location.
Not saying anything yet.
10, 20...
This is everything I'm saying right now is out of character. I'm not saying anything yet. You'll figure out when I.
There is. You're not in combat, so you guys can move to where you need to go. You don't need to count out your spacing.
I'm going to try to see if I can read the pillars.
If you don't mind me taking a bit of control here, as soon as Nick steps in,
yep,
you just hear like a loud.
Yeah.
And what do you think you're doing here?
Sorry to intrude on your area, but we were told we would find someone nearby. One of our comrades sadly passed away in a dungeon we were in.
Oh boy.
Shows him the last willing testament of one Flare.
As soon as he hears Flare, that's where his eyes slightly widen a little bit, but his brows also kind of narrow a bit. I told him he shouldn't have done that. Told him he shouldn't have gone adventuring, but he never listened to me.
He died in battle. It was an honorable death.
And as everybody's saying this, he's still Chris is still listening, but he's kind of just walking around, tending to the plants in the area, making sure everything's healthy, and making sure it stays on.
I'm assuming, by your reaction, and that you're the man we're looking for.
Yes, I am very much the man you're looking for, but I don't know if I'm exactly comfortable with doing any of that.
Why not?
A couple of things have happened to people I've cared about because of the adventuring business, and well, looks like there's another one right there.
So, I know the token's small, so you guys are aware. This is the man you see in front of you.
Yeah.
Ah.
You see this literal, just almost walking Goliath. He's big.
Goliath. What does that have to do with Keith David?
No, the thing is, the thing that I said Sentai has nothing to do with his actual race. That's just me saying because he's big.
Well, we got Goliath. Where's the Mona?
Of course.
Anyway, we do not mean to cause trouble, but this was the last request of our comrade. He clearly intended for us to come here for a reason.
Yeah, but he's clearly forgot that I'm not exactly of the temperament of adventuring right away.
Curious. You claimed to be a friend of his, yet you do not seem willing to answer to his request. Odd.
Very.
So I'm assuming, have you guys shown? Remember, he has not seen the will. He has not seen the written thing.
Yeah, I have not actually seen this, so.
But Nick showed him, didn't he?
I didn't hear him say that. Sorry, that's my bad if he said that.
Yeah, if he did, me and Mark didn't hear that. So yeah, he's still looking at the will. Then he pretty much he just takes the will at that point, looking at it, rolling it up while he's sighing. Look, this grove here has kept dangerous things, away from anywhere. I can't exactly just leave this place.
So what do you intend to do? Do you intend to ignore his request?
I don't think that's what he's getting at, Gears.
Neither do I.
If I was to leave this place, I'd find somebody to take my place.
Then where can we find someone to take your place?
That's what I'm not sure of. I haven't really seen too many people of a druidic skill set of mine around, so I don't really know how to help you there.
Druid.
He's kind of now just like sitting. He's kind of now just like leaned back up against the tree, just kind of like just taking in the air and the general atmosphere right now.
As you're speaking, you notice the sky above begins to darken.
Juju?
I believe the human term for this is ominous.
That's not a good sign. I haven't seen this kind of sky in a
Not at
while.
all.
What? Do you have any idea what this could mean?
I'm gonna drop the voice at this point because it's way too much throat for this. So
I understand.
Yeah, because you can hear there's way too much throat involved in that voice.
Yeah.
Raising.
But obviously now he's looking up at the sky like, it's been so long since it's happened. I vaguely remember, but last time I did this, I came close to losing this very grove.
From 4 points, dark tendrils, almost like they're pushing through some kind of magical barrier with force, appear in 4 spots across the grove, and all of a sudden, 4 giant spiders appear.
Well, he's not a legion of spiders.
So guess what?
Combat time?
It's time.
Well,
It's time.
unless you want to, pet the spiders, you just gotta.
Fuck no!
It's time to kill stuff.
Too bad.
Follow the spiders. Follow the spiders.
Even with Crest, I can't roll good initiative. Come on.
Also,
Why?
we need some.
Follow the butterflies.
You got it. Combat music coming up.
Scotty,
But,
good
actually, then
Harry
again,
Potter reference.
actually, I thought about it though. This time, it actually makes sense for me to roll on the initiative because there's something I'm going to say before we actually start fighting.
And I am going to roll, since there's only 4 of them, I'm going to roll individually for El Spidres.
Yeah, the spiders.
The spiders.
The spiders.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Follow the butterflies. Why?
Jesus.
Oh, jeez. Why does Penny go first? Fuck off.
It looks like me and the second spider are tied.
Okay, so
And Ty's going to go to the player. I do that all the time.
yeah.
I only go Dex against Dex if Dex mod against Dex mod if it's players. Okay, so this first giant spider that's right here.
I'll wait till I get this turn to say what I was going to say.
That appeared next to this obelisk, takes this huge like bite at it. And literally like knocks, it's still the sigil's still glowing, but he like knocks this huge chunk out of the top of the obelisk there.
Oh.
Oh well.
And
Invasion.
it is Angus's turn.
Now, before he goes fully though, he basically turns around, like he takes a quick stock of what's going on, turns towards the party. All right, one condition: you help me take care of these spiders, I'll join you.
All right, I'm gonna be.
That seems like a fair agreement.
Okay.
Very.
Rage on.
And I'm gonna go after this spider right here.
Okay.
Yeah, just pick a spider guy. Just pick a spider guy as invited.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still not.
That is a successful hit.
And yeah, you almost seem to have even shit luck with your gifts. Yeah, Sentai.
Yeah, I know.
All right, that is a good hit against this spider. All right. Anything else you need to do? All right, this spider moves here.
Oh wait, quick question.
Yes.
Okay, it's not moving away from me, so I don't.
He's
get
not moving out
confidence.
of. Nope. He has to move
Okay.
out of your hit range. Like if he moved here, it would. But he's
Okay.
not moving out of your hit box.
Okay.
Hitbox meaning the squares in your area of which you could do a melee hit. So he attacks, and the obelisk as well. Yeah, and to the point, this obelisk here actually crumbles.
Ooh.
So we're gonna go ahead and keep
So
keep it.
attack me then.
Huh?
He didn't attack me then.
No, he did not. This obelisk is.
They're not after you guys.
No more. The sigil is down. Sigil, the glow on the light of that sigil goes out.
Yeah.
All right. Rex.
I'm going to, let's see, move over here to the nearest spider, and I turn over to set 8, and wait, what? Oh, trying to move, on top of it,
There's a spot right below the sigil, by the way.
Yeah, there is this. Oh, I didn't mean to draw there. I didn't switch my tool, so let's try this.
Oh, there we go.
That'll go away. So,
one spot.
And
that's the spot you want.
There.
Yeah, and attack it with my rapier.
Do it. That is a hit.
Yeah, they're big spiders. They're gonna do a lot of damage, but their AC is not the best.
It's just natural. It's just natural armor on the spiders.
Yep.
Right.
Gears.
All right then.
Okay,
I'm gonna move over to
focus on these things. Kill them before they kill the pillars.
See, looks like I can't move over to any of the other spiders, so it looks like I might as well go over to this one.
Okay.
And I will attack with good old Shatter Spike.
Do it.
Son of a!
Oh.
Oh.
Right now, DL's probably acting like Starscream right now.
Wait, does that mean Starscream just got swindled?
So it says that was a melee attack. You deal half damage on your next 2 attacks.
Oh.
I mean,
so let's remember that. Could have been worse. It's just an awkward card. Oh, I found a new thing. You guys, assembly, if you guys can see this. Hold on.
What is it?
Not that. Not that. Hold on.
The hell?
Ew.
Ooh.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
You can bring the tokens up to us so we can look at them.
There's your giant spider.
Yeah!
I don't know what's creepier, Frostbite Spider from Skyrim or that thing.
No,
That
I actually
thing.
know. Actually,
That thing.
I think the creature from the original thing was scarier.
Do you have anything else you can or want to do there, Gears?
I don't think there's anything else I can do, so...
Don't think so. All right, so this spider that's up here moves into this obelisk and...
Well, GM, that's... doesn't player get advantage with the same initiative?
You do. You do. I'll move him back. We'll retcon that. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Is anyone else tied up? I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah, sorry about that. Nope, that's my bad. Go for it.
Also, I'm gonna go for this spider here. See, because technically that's considered giant and it's still four squares. Is he?
He is.
Still an ally?
He is next to an ally in melee range of an ally. So the sneak attack would work.
Pokey pokey, whippy whippy, coming right at you.
No, that's not a creep.
That is a hit. Damage and sneak. 9 points.
Damage.
Spider looks like it is really hurt. Really hurting there.
And bonus action disengage. Moving away. So that was there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Moving up here to see if I can intercept this heavy foe starts doing any damage.
Alright. Well, I mean, you're not going to be able to when he does any damage. I'll redo the bite roll. That is a hit against the thing. They have advantage, by the way, on this inanimate object that they're going against here.
Yeah.
The
stack, they have
damages, but does not destroy that obelisk. It definitely takes a chunk out of it. The sigil is still visible. And Crest.
Okay, let me do a quick little. Let me make sure my.
Some minty fresh.
Good. Okay.
So, Mr. Crest, what happens if these obelisks are destroyed?
So basically, he just immediately he just bolts right over the spider, not even
right on
thinking. And I'm going to use. Actually, I think I'm pretty sure it's a cast actually for this one. Let me check my spells real fast to make sure I'm literally not used to playing druids yet. So.
No, that's fine. Take your time. If you have any questions, let me know.
Alright, so I'm going to cast.
I have honestly not even really looked at your character sheet, so I am very unfamiliar with how you're set up. So,
yeah.
If you have questions,
let me know. Cast Flame Blade.
All right.
Right, Tanjiro.
Give me a moment. I am fairly unfamiliar with that spell. Fiery Blade in your free hand. Got it. So that was your bonus action. It's your bonus action to evoke it, which means you have an attack action.
Yeah,
and that was your attack. So your bonus action was, just so you know, so that was your attack. Unfortunately, the attack with the flame blade is a miss. So the spider kind of moves, sees the fire that you pull out of your out of nowhere into your hand, and deftly moves to one, kind of shifts his weight to one side and misses your swing.
He goes, no.
And now we are up to the last spider, who moves to this obelisk. And oh no,
that obelisk is gone.
Oh,
that obelisk is
oh, that is a critical hit.
Oh, we just lost somebody.
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong button when I was scrolling a bit.
Very good.
Just let me load back in.
Alrighty.
I mean, we're currently just doing the correct card for the spider hitting a statue.
And that would be a the attack pins your foot to the ground. Okay, so that does not. But we'll give it, since it isn't inanimate. We'll give it the 1d6 or the 1d4 additional, which is not much. Could have been worse. Oh, but it does get crit damage. Okay, yeah, this obelisk is destroyed. Unfortunately, we'll do a little draw on that, and all right, and we're back to this spider down here, and he is gonna chompy chomp, yum nom nom nom, love it.
On me.
No, this is over here, the one that was started.
Oh.
He's gonna pop. He's gonna pop at that obelisk again, and destroys the other. The third small obelisk is now destroyed. Oh no! All right, Angus.
No.
Okay, time to play squash the spider.
My game, my Roll20 is currently lagging like fuck, so give me a minute.
That's a hit.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he is. That spider falls.
That spider's dead.
He did.
And that was him, so I'm going to pull him out of the turn order. Rex, your turn.
All right. So I am going to attack the spider with my rapier once more. Since Gears is the left side of the spider, and I'd rather not damage him with one of my spells. So
Absolutely.
Thank
is a
you
miss.
Thank you for doing that.
Do you want to use your bonus action for anything?
no.
All right. Gears, your turn.
All right then. Once more with feeling. Shadow Spike. Yes.
That's a hit, Shadow
There
Spike.
we go.
Definitely hurts the spider. He is. He looks like he's
But
not
he's
quite as
not
bad as
dead.
the other one, but he's definitely taken some serious damage. There's like oozy stuff, like coming all out of his carapace.
Yeah.
But he's not dead.
Not dead yet. Nyx.
I'm not dead yet. I feel fine.
Anyway,
In the words of my ancestors, left hope. Open up. I have to reopen the character sheet because I accidentally clicked it at Roll20. Rapier. Can I count Crest as an ally?
Can you what?
Can I count Crest as an ally?
Crest is an
Current moment.
ally. In this situation, you are fighting on the same side as Crest, so yes, he is
Yeah.
considered an ally.
Exactly.
Oh!
Yeah. Critical hits.
Go ahead and roll your damage. I will deal your critical hit card.
Yeah, even though he's been a bit hostile, he is
20 damage.
In the words of Jean-Pierre Polnareff.
So
Took
that
you.
is, oh goodness,
31
So,
damage.
Yeah. I mean, I'll deal the crit card, but you're not gonna need it.
It's already dead.
Yeah. So,
I guess you could say I protected Obelisk, so am I, Kyber?
we'll just see what it would have been, since
Yeah,
we're
what
all
would
about the damage. And that is piercing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maximum damage, and you make another attack with a disadvantage against the same target. But the same target doesn't matter because the same target is.
No, wait. Double tap.
20.
Aha! He follows the Zombieland rule.
All right.
You
have you can, yep.
25, 30, 35, 40. So,
How
bonus action dash.
Yes, because you can do that. Yes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. Is that 20 feet left? Double that, that's 40. So I'm over here now, ready to engage this enemy spider.
All right.
Turn end.
Okay. It is that spider's gone. We'll delete him. Crest, it is your turn.
Okay. So let's see here. no way I'm moving that way around the. There's no way I'm going that way around the pillar. I mean, around the tree. There's no way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I believe that's 30 from where I was. If I'm curving certain ways.
You were here?
Yes.
20, 25. You are correct. That is 30 feet.
And that's all I can do for now.
All right. This spider, let me do a little bit of a measuring. There, all right, so he gets up here, but he is actually climbing like on the side of the tree. He is about, you can still reach him if you're right up against, he's about 5 feet up.
All right.
And he, like he turns towards you, and at 12, I'm thinking is a miss.
Yeah, by 1.
He shoots like a webbing at you, and you manage to dodge, and this big pile of like gooey webbing like hits beside you, but you are not entangled.
Whew.
All right, this spider. Let me see distance wise.
Which one?
The one at the bottom is next.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, they want everything to do with me and nothing to do with anybody else.
Well,
Wow.
they haven't really had anything to do with anybody so far. So,
Yeah, that's true. But then again, being a protector of the grove and all that does kind of.
yeah, you could, you're maybe not be wrong. So 30, so that would be, he'd be right next to you. Yes, he's going to move. So, moving out of your hit boxes, both.
You know what to do.
Yep, both Gears and Rex can do an opportunity melee attack. So you can use Shatter Spike and your rapier to try to attack as the spider leaves.
Then I will go with Shatter Spike.
All right.
Ooh.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Not bad, and not bad.
Who rolls damage first?
You can both roll damage because honestly, you would be doing it simultaneously. Hold on.
Yeah.
So if he climbs here, let me just see. Climbs here, and yes, because the point he moves to this point, he's out of your hitboxes at the same time. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
12. It's and
18.
as the spider doesn't even get past, he gets out of your hit range, and he is as you slice at him, you kill the spider. So, Angus, your turn.
I'm going after this one.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get up? I'm pretty sure you'd be up that close.
Your roll, Angus, is going to be with disadvantage. He's 5 feet up the tree, which is not a problem for the normal size folks, but you are going to have to stretch a little bit to hit him with your greatsword. So, this roll, I'm imposing. He can reach him, but barely. So that's why I said we're going to roll this with disadvantage.
Okay, trying to figure out how I.
Just roll. It'll roll 2, and we'll pick the. Oh no, you don't. Yours doesn't. Does it? Hold on.
I actually changed it to never roll advantage.
I see. I say I always roll advantage because we sometimes need it, sometimes don't. So if you want to, do you know how to change it back? I can do it for you if not.
I did.
Okay.
I changed it back.
So go for it.
I just have this mental image of Angus basically getting on his tiptoes,
that's still
trying to swipe at it.
A hit. That's still a hit.
Oh, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The ACs aren't that high. It's just a spider.
Yeah.
And you catch it under its belly and it takes some damage.
And now it's covered in speeder goods.
All right. Rex.
All right. So I am going to move to the last, to the only spider.
The only spider.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And attack it with my rapier, of course.
Do it. That's a hit. That is damage.
All right.
But not enough to kill it.
And yeah, that's my turn.
My turn.
Flutter. Don't you have a bonus action as a bard you can be doing for people?
He does. He's got bardic inspiration. He's just choosing. That's why I tend to ask. But yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, at the moment there's no real reason to use it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm.
There's no major threat that's forcing him to. I mean, it's just 4 spiders. I mean, yeah, it sucks that they're destroying the things, but.
Hey guys, would you look at the time? It's sharp spike o'clock.
That's a hit. And that is damage, but it is not enough to kill it, unfortunately.
Ah,
It is looking hurt, but it is
Damn
still
it.
hanging on the side of that tree.
This thing has more health than the others.
Nope.
You're just not hitting hard enough.
All right. Next.
All right, then you show it how. Oh, it's how it's done.
5, 10, 15, 20, and do believe I'm within range.
You have a shot against him. Yes, you do.
Poke.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
16 in total since I've allies within 5 feet.
All right, and you hit. Your bolt definitely finds a purchase in the carapace of this giant spider, and I need for Rex and for Angus to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
You got it.
Yeah,
All right.
Giant spider.
And not me.
If you're off to the side, you're not
That's-
in the right.
That's good. That's good. Okay. So you both manage to move back here as this spider falls to the base of the trunk. And at that point it is definitely dead.
And next is going to turn to Gears, sheath the crossbow and go, you were saying, Gearbox?
I said nothing.
So you are now
What
you are
can I
now
say, but you're welcome.
let's see.
of course.
I was just thinking that.
So
Maui.
the sky above is still dark and ominous, but the spiders have been destroyed and you are officially out of combat at this point. So feel free to interact and roleplay as you see fit.
So that's what, 2 kills to me, 1 kill to Angus, and half a kill to Gears and
Are you Gimli in
Rex.
it? You're like, I've got this many.
But it still only counts as 1.
One.
Yep. He's twitching because he has my axe embedded in his nervous system.
I'm going to walk up to Crest. Excuse me, Mr. Crest. I was going to ask during a little fight there. What happens if all? What would happen if all of them were destroyed?
So.
Well, don't forget,
A
there's
lot
all
more-
you also have this big obelisk in the back too. That's larger than the other ones. That's still glowing.
So the smaller ones aren't really the big worry here. It's more that big one in the back there. If that one crumbles,
Okay, so thank God we saved our asses there. Now, How are we going to deal with cleanup? There's no that we can make these big spiders disappear.
That's the funny part. That's the part that's really not too worrisome, because all we have to do is just get the stone just into a different place. That's all we really got to do.
Also, DLBot, that is why I love playing rogues and I love sneak attack, because guess what? It's just like, essentially me getting crits. I can just deal a lot of damage.
Sometimes my younger sister, when she plays one of her rogues, anytime that we hear when she gets sneak attack, she has an ice tower, and she basically drops them. There's a wonderful sound.
Yeah. Especially when you get to assassin at later levels where you can essentially quadruple your sneak attack to 40d6.
So just
anyway,
just to like the narrative show everybody, Crest kind of starts making his way back towards the big obelisk just to show them more or less.
Go back.
Go
back, please. Where you were?
I think it looks like right.
You were about. I think you were here. Okay. So as you start to move in that direction, from the dark sky, an almost deafening thunderclap and lightning strikes between the two obelisks that remain, the smaller one and the large one, and two figures appear. The one on the right, I will show you. It looks to be a mage of some sort.
It's like some mage.
That's a wicked staff he's got there.
Okay. And seems to be completing a spell which of some kind, which is, to your best of your thought, is possibly how the transportation happened.
Yeah.
And when does I would say that at the very least, there you go. That's weird.
What?
I am. Oh, hold on. I'm on the wrong layer. I was like, I can't grab people. I'm gonna say definitely. You guys would have made your way to be where you could see like what's happening there.
Generally,
because otherwise you wouldn't have all seen that. And but the figure to the right, although he looks different than when you knew him before and saw him, Gears, you immediately can sense who this is.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Ellie. Sauron? What are you doing here?
Hold on. I'll DM you something. I'll DM you to ask you something real quick.
Clad in black plate.
Ooh.
You sense that this is, in fact, your brother that betrayed you. And he looks at you and says, "Hello, brother. It was only a matter of time before we saw each other again." And
your name, it's Hiss.
Say it again. It's Hiss. And he nods to the mage, who steps up, and you're very familiar with this spell because you've seen it. It's just not in the same way you see it cast. He slams his staff down, and a big roll of thunderwave shoots out and demolishes this obelisk here.
Ew.
at this point, Crest is getting like just. He at least tried to save one of the obelisks, and obviously the big one. At this point, he's just straight up pissed now.
And guess what time it is again, folks? Roll that initiative.
You got it.
Come on, baby, give me something high for once. Yes! One time I wanted the high initiative.
Oh,
Great.
oh wow.
You know what the worst part is? The two that are actually connected to this story plot point are the two that rolled the decently highest initiative.
Yeah.
Someone did not click their token first.
Sorry, it was me.
All right, well, I will add you to the turn order and with that in there. Add the turn, and you had a 16. Okay, and now we roll for
Both the boys.
the mage.
Oof.
Alright.
And everybody's favorite nemesis.
Nemesis.
Nemesi.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. Nemahis.
I understood that reference.
And that is where we're at. So I believe, Crest, you got being vigilant of the grove you have been sworn to protect. You have first turn.
Constant vigilance.
Okay, so let's see here. I don't need to move up too close because of what I'm going to do. I'm going to move probably to about there. And I am going to cast something that somebody else is very familiar with.
Oh, yes.
Thunder Wave at second level.
All right, so that would hit the mage.
Yeah, that was the point. That was who I was going after, because he's the one that destroyed the other obelisk there, so it'd make the most sense.
Thunder.
All right, so he has to do a con
Oh.
save. And DC 14 or half damage, right? I believe is correct.
I believe that is.
Manages to save for sure, so he takes half of that 16 at 8 points and is not pushed back 10 feet.
Still kind of bummed that 2011 we got canceled. Oh well.
And one moment, I need to do something real quick. All right. His steps up to here and calls back, and he says, Dargoth, do what you need to do. I will hold off the rabble. And he swings one attack at Crest.
Ooh. Yeah. That hits. 3 points. It's 3 points above my AC, by the way. There it is. Okay.
Oof. That's a
And
lot
then
of
he is
damage.
going to actually he's only gonna that's it. He's going to laugh at you. And he looks right over at his brother and says, you should not have brought your friends here to die. And it is your turn, Gears.
Oh. This might be
I
one
do
of
not fear
those
you.
combats.
You hiss.
This could be one
I
of
def-
those combats.
I defeated you once, and I shall do so again.
That is definitely a hit.
Okay. He puts up this big bravado and actually delivers with it. Wow.
All right, and he takes that 5 points of damage. All right, it is the mage's turn, who you now know his name is Dargoth.
Yeah.
He moves over to the and he casts what's the distance here? 10 foot. Okay. So he casts this spell right on the obelisk.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So he slams it, and it's you know what thunder damage sounds like. It's loud, and this obelisk is a little more hardy, but you do see like flakes and chunks of it come off when he smacks it with the staff, and the spell goes off. And that is his turn.
Obviously, Crest is looking towards the mage. You son of a bitch! He's not happy about any of this.
And Angus, it is your turn.
Okay, so let's see. We got a mage right here, and we got Gears' brother right there.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to go around, and the distance it would take for you to go around, the mage would probably have another chance to.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute though. Since if I remember right, since I'm a small creature, I can get right into his hitbox. If I remember.
You
right.
cannot. You can run past allies. You can't run through an opponent's hitbox.
No, I mean,
you can run through.
That's,
But you do not. Basically, you duck between legs, so you don't going through an ally's hitbox or location. You don't. That's your whatever this. That's one of your abilities for being a goblin. But
yeah.
you would ignore. So this space or this space would only be 5 instead of 10 for difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah. It'd be your normal. At this rate, it's probably just best that we try to just at least hold off.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the mage with my short bow.
Where are you gonna move? I think you're gonna need to do some movement first because I don't believe you have a clean shot around the trunk of this tree.
You would not.
You might have to move over in like this direction somewhere to get a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angus, you are not Legolas. You cannot just curve your arrows.
Yeah.
Your arrows are not initial D arrows. They don't just drift.
They're not wanted arrows neither.
Yeah, I've got a way of getting up to the mage. I can easily go up there.
I'm gonna help Gears with his brother then.
Alright.
Here.
Brother, my brother.
I knew it.
You were out of combat long enough that you're no longer raging, so I just want to let you know that. So if you need to rage again, that will be your second rage for the day.
That's what I'm doing.
All right.
And now I'm gonna hit this guy with my greatsword.
Alright.
Wow, good rolls, guys. That's a hit.
Oh, damn, not bad.
No, not at all.
Damn.
And that is a hefty 13 points.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
The only thing I'm gonna thing with this mage is I've got no allies near him, so sneak attack isn't going to proc unless I find someone to get advantage on him.
You got it because he's you don't have it against the mage, but you would have it against his.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on my turn I'm going to bonus action dash, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Nice.
45, 50.
Up to him.
Rapier attack.
That is a hit.
$15 damage piercing.
13 damage piercing. He is hurting, but he's not down by any means.
And
You did,
no, I don't think I can do anything else right now, so that's my turn.
All right. It is Rex's turn.
All right. So. Since Gears and I'm going to wait. Can I go over to the mage at all?
I don't think you have distance to get to him for melee, but
I mean, if he dashed, but that would use his action.
You could get to about there. I'll let you get through that little small part of the tree without a problem. But so you get to about here, to about there. Yep.
All right.
And I would say with
option Flutter?
Yeah, I think he's got his bow. Or did you not get a bow? You didn't get a bow, did you?
No, we weren't in the
you could have got one in the town. That's why I was asking you anything.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, that'll be my turn. Then, whoops.
No, I mean,
make a note. Get a bow.
Yeah.
Flutter, since I'm in combat, inspire somebody.
Well, since
he might have a spell option, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Thunderwave on the
Thunderwave, you are too far away. The only person you would hit would be, because it's only 15. Yeah. It's a 15-foot cube, so you would get. You wouldn't even get. Yeah, you would get nobody.
You wouldn't even hit Nix.
You wouldn't even hit Nix. It'd be like this is 15 feet right here. So.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Instead, Cloud of Daggers on the mage.
All right.
Okay. 2.
Nice. Not terrible.
Is there a saving throw against that?
Let's see here.
I think it might be on his. It might be on the mage's turn. I think.
I think it is. I think it's when they start their turn, if I remember how that works. Creature's 44, and when it enters a spell for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So that would be when his turn happens. He will take damage from the cloud of daggers.
Yeah.
Cloud of daggers.
And yeah, my turn.
All right, Chris.
All right. So this is if my sheet would let me go back to the front here. This is going to be the first time that I'm going to bust out this kind of thing for the sake of bonus action stuff. I am going to bonus action use Healing Word at first level.
Healing Word, okay, on yourself?
Yes.
Very good. You are healed for 5 points of healing.
There we go. And I'm not going to want to waste too much else, so I'm going to move up a little bit in case someone else wants to come in here, then they can have a spot to immediately move into.
Okay.
And I am going to attack with my scimitar.
Do it.
There we go.
That is a miss.
Oh!
Jesus, he's got an AC of a fucking truck, apparently. Damn.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have? I don't think you have anything else since you used your bonus action, so we're moving to his turn.
Uh-oh. It's his turn.
Hiss makes a move here, which means you guys all three can do a reaction attack. And I'll have you do it before we move. So go ahead and do your attacks. That's a hit.
Oh, critical!
That's a crit.
And then.
That's a hit.
You hit him. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so roll the damage. So 26 right there, and I am doing the crit card for the.
And there's 4 more.
Don't question me.
Very good damage.
So that is total of what we got there. Angus did 16, 10. That's 26, and thank you.
Plus the 2 for my rage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's 32.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
And that is a slashing, I think.
Correct.
All right. Let me.
Critical combo. That's my one. Only time I'm ever going to make an X-Aid joke, so fuck it.
Man. Oh, hold on a second. I almost did that stupid thing where I make all your things letters.
You almost made us letters.
I almost made you all letters. And
Yeah, oh wait.
Yeah,
all right, and that is going to be drag. I dealt way too many, but I did the first one I dealt. Double damage. So
64.
No. Just double damage on him. So.
Oh, just okay. So that's
18 times 2, which is 36.
44. It's 46 now.
Yeah, 46. Yeah.
Unless it counts. I don't think it counts rage in that. So.
It does not, but that is
Jesus. Yeah.
All right. He looks hurt. It looks like he was not expecting that at all. How do I get rid of these cards? Just delete them.
16.
By the way, Hiiro.
I'll just keep these. I'll keep these on my thing. That way we'll use them for next time. All
right.
All right. So he's hit, but he moves forward to here, and let me get his damage drop down. He reaches out and touches the back of the mage, and
play on hand. He's a paladin.
And yeah, you see this glow of energy, and that mage looks a lot better than he did before.
Lay on hands.
It's obviously like a darker version of Lay on Hands because obviously, well, yeah.
Of course.
Just because you're evil don't mean you can't heal.
By the way, Hiiro, the gift you used for your scimitar?
Yeah.
What is that from exactly?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Both
All right.
Gears,
it's your turn.
All right then. Get up to him, or
you should be able to get to him easy. Yep.
We should all be able to get up right up.
All right.
Perfect.
Then it is time for Shatter Spike again. It misses.
Oh.
If only you had advantage.
Yeah, if only.
Yeah.
And now it's the mage's turn, and he's probably back to full health, so...
Either full health or he's just higher up health. One of them.
So he is still just going to concentrate on that obelisk. He's on a mission, so.
Hey, mate, your mother was a hamster and your father smelt about the berries.
So he pops that obelisk with this shatter, and it actually is. Let me look.
con save about?
That is his con save. I need for Gears and Nyx to make a con save as the force of the shatter in the 10 feet radius hits.
Let's see here.
That's a fail, probably.
You just barely failed it.
That is a fail. That is a success. And let me read if it's half damage or no. So that is 25. So rounded down would be 12. So you both take 12 points of damage.
Ooh.
Oh, you take sorry, you take 25. He takes Gears takes 12. Yes, sorry. Correct.
All right, so 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Nyx takes 25.
Ooh.
And it is Angus's turn.
So Nyx got blown away, or something.
He took thunder damage.
Shatter doesn't do the same thing Thunderwave does when it does it.
Alright, I'm going
It's
after,
just Shatter's almost like Thunder Wave on a object, yeah, but it has a radius.
Yeah.
How far am I from the mage?
Well, you can't get to him at this point. Maybe you could. You could get up here. You get here.
Alright.
You can go diagonal. There's enough spot to squeeze in right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because first rule.
I would recommend focusing on his healer though, because if his can keep healing him, doing damage to him isn't really going to do much.
That's why me and
Okay,
Gears are gonna do
I'll see if I can't hit his again.
Okay. That is a miss.
May I use my can I use my lucky?
I mean,
Well, you can use it next time. Let me know, and I will hold off next time to tell you whether or not it was a success or failure.
Okay.
Because you guys have an idea about that now.
Yeah.
The other thing you might want to do, and I think you have it now. I believe you have. Do you not have reckless attack yet?
he should. It's a level 2 ability. If I remember correctly, you give yourself advantage, but on your opponent's turn they have advantage to hit you.
Correct. I believe. Let me see if that is on your sheet.
It is. I'm looking at it right now.
You do have it or not? I don't see it.
Yeah, I do. In battle, you fight with primal ferocity. On my turn, I can enter rage as a bonus action. While raging, I gain the following benefit if I'm not wearing.
So that's a good reason to make that, to set up that the greatsword to be always advantage roll.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me you're recklessly attacking before you attack, that'll matter. So.
Okay, so let me switch it back then.
Things to know for next time.
There we go.
for later.
All right.
All right, Nyx. You got a mage in your face.
And by technicality, is Gears within 5 feet of it?
Gears and Angus are within 5 feet, so you do get sneak.
Okay. No whammies. Rapier.
Hey!
Oh shit! Hold on, guys. You know what? I didn't say this. I was so concerned about the shatter damage. This thing does get destroyed.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it does crumble. The sigil. I was like, oh, I was just so into doing the thing. It had yes, it's down. But they are still here in your face. So
that's 16 and bonus action. No way I can't. Rapier doesn't have the light keyword, so I don't think I can. Fuck. Nah, that's my turn. That'll be my turn. Jim.
Hold on. You know what we didn't do?
What?
During his turn,
Oh yeah.
We didn't do the cloud of daggers. What's the damage on that?
It's 1d4, I think.
I think it's more than 1d4, isn't it?
Yeah, let me
I
look
think it
it
was.
up.
I think he wrote it.
Let me see.
Oh, did it roll damage up top? Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Here it is.
8. It was 8.
Yeah, 8. Yeah,
It was
it's
8.
40. It's 40 for Sentai.
All right, yeah. So yeah, he's hurt and definitely hurting more. Like that healing looks like it might be pretty close to being everything.
Wouldn't that hurt me as well since I'm in that radius?
Nope, it's 5 feet.
No, it's specifically on
60 feet's the range. It's 5. It's literally a square for a cloud of daggers. It's a teeny cloud.
Yeah, it's a teeny tiny cloud.
So, but now Rex, it is your turn. So.
Okay, so I am going to move up to where majority of party are.
Can't move there. That's a side of a tree. The best you're gonna be able to do is get here. If you got something you can do, they're kind of in a choke point at this point between the remains of the obelisk.
For that tree.
And yeah, can't really use a spell since
need a bow.
Yeah.
Need a bow.
So yeah,
mental notes.
Is there nothing you can lob over me, or is there nothing you can lob over me, or bloody
throw a rock at him?
Say again?
I got
Does he have anything to do? I don't think he does.
I didn't hear the question.
Are you mind repeating that?
I was just asking if you had anything you could like throw over me, or a spell that could go by me.
No, not really. No.
Okay. Would you wish to give bardic inspiration to anybody?
That would probably be the better option now, since you can't get involved in the fight.
Sure. I would like to give it to Nyx, since he's taken the most damage.
Nyx, you feel like super duper. You're like, I'm so inspired.
Yeah.
I'm pumped up.
I don't. What's that from?
What?
If you guys have never played the Stick of Truth, you don't know what I'm referencing.
No.
Oh, now I remember.
I have not played it, nor do I care to.
Jimmy the Bard. His bardic inspiration is fun. His song is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
God.
Crest, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna block out the only other way he can go.
Oh God. We've all ended up in a holy symbol. Fuck.
There's not a point for this. This just happened.
You guys are really upset that all this stuff got destroyed. One might say you're feeling cross.
The best part about the joke was you could hear the visible, like, I'm gonna wait a couple seconds to say the punchline.
Oh yeah, you know what the secret to comedy is?
The timing.
Timing.
Yeah.
Just like sex.
No, hold on.
That's alright.
Timing.
I'm guessing.
There we go.
I guess I should finish the song.
Alright, so, going for any spell, actually, there actually is a spell I could technically go for in this situation that would not actually hurt anybody else. If I didn't miss.
That's probably the best option then.
I am going to use Let me see what slots I have left. I want to make sure I don't. Okay, that's good. Oh wait, actually, it's a cantrip. What am I talking about? I am going to use.
That is a hit against.
Again.
Does that do anything additional other than the damage?
No, it's. I'm pretty sure it's just.
Just damage.
I think
Okay.
it's just damage.
Okay. That is definitely a hit.
All right.
Boop.
I turned his around and just went.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you wish to do?
Let me think.
Hiiro, you might want to read Thornwhip. It actually does do something.
Wait.
Oh yeah, if I remember right, Thornwhip also does, I think, entanglement. I think.
The attack hits. Oh no! If I was 10 feet away, I could pull him. I could pull him away. I could pull him to 10 feet.
But it doesn't work
it
since
doesn't
you're
really actually do anything right now, at least. But that's all I'm going to do, though.
Is his turn?
At least for now. Nothing I can really do right now.
Okay. It is his turn. He reaches into reaches down to his belt and pulls out. But you guys know what these are. It's a scroll.
Uh-oh.
And he opens it up, and before he reads it and says some incantation, he looks right at Gears and says, "Oh, my brother, this is only chapter 1. We'll meet again." And the mage puts his hand on Hiss's shoulder, and he reads these words, and these two simply vanish in a flash of arcane light.
And I guess that'll end the session, huh?
Well, we can if you guys want to talk about he still has not agreed to do anything. So
fair.
But we are definitely out of combat. Yep, for sure.
Basically, his went. I'll get you all next time.
No. That wasn't a Mr. Free.
Yeah,
And Mr. Free.
Yeah.
Alright, Neil, you do it.
No, I'm just saying that. Hey, that wasn't employing Mr. Freeze.
Oh.
That's what he meant. Like, it wasn't. It's just him not putting on Mr. Freeze at all. Like, he's not.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, yep.
So
you have a feeling that, especially Gears, knowing his brother, has a feeling that he came what he was there for, and noped out.
This is going to be a problem. Like Tress said, something would happen if the big thing was destroyed, and it's destroyed. We are boned.
I suppose you all want an explanation.
Of course.
All right, who's the mother and father? Because you two are nothing alike.
It's not like that.
I'm guessing that your parents like you better than him.
No. And obviously, Crest would probably. Yeah. But I would assume probably Crest might know some general, like some just nothing major. It's like he would know maybe 1 or 2 things about what's going on, at least the bond wise.
Sit down, my friends. This is not a brief tale.
Oh, I'll get the popcorn.
As you know, Warforged Paladins are made for a purpose. They all have a purpose of some kind. Mine and my brother Hiss was to protect a gem that was said to grant immense power. But he thought that since we were superior to our master, that he should wield the gem. And thus, he tried to turn on him. I managed to defeat him, and my master sent him to exile. We hoped we would never see him again. I remember now that my master put a spell on me to lock out that memory and lock out my emotions, so that I would not make the same mistakes that he did. Whatever he intends to do next, I am not sure, but rest assured it is not of noble intentions.
Well, I mean, if he had an intention to come here, there was clearly some point in that plan other than just to see you again. I know he wasn't just doing that just to see you.
Clearly.
He had to have had an ulterior motive behind this.
His tended to take the nickname after her being known as being cunning like a snake, and also for quote unquote toying with his prey.
Well,
I have the feeling that we didn't even see him at his strongest. He was just toying with us.
So he likes toying with people. So you're saying your brother has a kinky side? Not gonna judge him. I mean, don't get me wrong, his armor was fucking badass. He's got a good taste in armor.
Nix, for once in your life, would you take this seriously?
I am. I take life as seriously every day.
I'm sorry, it's just...
Oh, so you've got your emotions back. That was anger. You know, that's weird hearing you with emotions.
That was probably the first display of any kind of emotion you guys have heard from Gears at this point.
Yeah.
That's the first emotion I've heard, period, from this guy. I hadn't met him before.
Gears, I believe now that you have the emotions, there's a human saying, take a chill pill. We'll eventually get you, brother, don't you worry. And who knows? Maybe I can, tinker with him because that armor looks cool and I want it.
I would advise against that. And anything in his touches, it's left pure maleficent and evil.
So at this point, as Gears is finishing saying that, Crest kind of puts his hand on his shoulder. You kind of almost using Gears as a bit of a crush to help him stand up just a little bit. As he says, well, it looks like this motherfucker's destroying groves as well. Looks like I do have other reasons to come with you.
There's more of these things?
Yes.
I apologize for the damage that he's done.
It wasn't your fault. It was more his than yours.
It is.
So,
if it suits me, I have a date with a bar.
As you guys are speaking, you notice that something was weird happened because the clouds disperse, but either due to something with the grove being destroyed or the magic that was used to transport them in there, it is now, it looks like time has moved a little bit forward. Not much. You don't sense like it's been days, but it is definitely, it's the evening. The sky is dark. It's filled with stars, and the clouds have moved off, and the sky looks clear. And as you notice this, because it's obvious, you all do, because the clouds kind of dispersed shortly after Hiss and Dargoth vanished. Across the night sky, you see a one single bright shooting star. You guys know like what those are, obviously.
Of course.
But in the party that arrived here, the only single thought happens to go through all of your minds is that looked almost like a flare. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Okay, one. That joke was bad. But, okay,
It wasn't a joke. It was like a last little nod to the fallen character.
Like
Okay.
basically like a red star. Basically shoot through the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And that's where we're going to end. That's the session. So, good job, guys. I will update you on XP for the stuff you killed, and
that
let
was
you know when I
that
got that.
was awesome.
All right, yeah, that was.
So the only tiny little record I want to make in there though is like as soon as Crest said that, he basically just like takes the stuff that Flare used to have, like just fully takes it for.
Because you have it, right? You have it in your sheet, right?
Yeah, it's been on my sheet.
Okay, cool. All right, good deal. All right, guys.
Anyway, it's time to sign off.
So let's just say to make this quicker, because I don't want to spend 15 minutes doing the travel thing, that at the end of this session, between this one and the next, you get the cart, you head back to Blazendale, and you can take off from there back up to Stonetooth.
Yeah.
There may be some more information for you when you get there. We'll do that.
Everyone's hanging on for dear life while Angus is driving.
Angus,
Anyway,
I swear to God, if you start drifting again, I am eating your ass into Stonetooth by yourself.
anyway, I have been your flamboyant flyer, Flutter, and dating around flyers.
I've been Hiiro, your spirit king, and dear Lord, nature's a bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your wonderful buddy. No, even drunk yet, Scotsman, because I've not had anything to drink today, goddammit. But, well, let's just say this. I now have a new goal in life. Get that armor and make some dosh. Bye.
Goblin slain goblin, saying goodnight, and don't piss me off.
And I, of course, have been a kind of beloved overlord, Word of God extraordinaire, DLBot 2016. My name is just a passing through Toku fan. Remember that? No word of advice, but just a simple fact. In most cases, February didn't suck.
and I am your DM. Good job. Good night, and I'll most likely kill you next week.
Yes, just a reminder, folks, we are after this we are only 2 videos away from our 200th video. You know, the poll is still going on this week in our server. Right now, out there are two movies that are neck and neck with one another, so we'll have to put in a new poll soon to determine a tiebreaker. Also, most likely no roundup this week, people. I got a busy weekend, so most likely have to double bill it next week. Anyway. Anyway, don't forget to praise our main blog, and of course, we will see you all next Friday for the next edition of the Rising Legends. And see ya!